Okay, shalom, shalom. Kwam Yashala. Kol Loim La Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bahashim Kakadash. Double honors to all apostles and elders of Great Millstone. We rule well that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth, and just want to say the water to other I.S.U.P.K and I.S.U.P.K that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. This Shah Hanan the Waf is coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And finally got a picture or a photo of the lady that supposedly drove into the Hebrew Israelite school, I.S.U.P.K school in Indiana. This is the New York Post, pretty reputable, so you know we can pretty much rely on this as okay information. Okay, it says an Indiana woman, whom cops describes as a terrorist, has been arrested after she allegedly plowed a car into what she thought was a Jewish school. See, she thought it was a Jewish school, and I think they kind of run with that Star of David. It's kind of one of those symbols that they have. So she could have seen that and was just like, didn't know that it was some so-called Negroes, and just done her thing. It says Ruba Almaghtheh, if I'm pronouncing that right, her name. She's 34 years old. Allegedly backed her vehicle into a building associated with Black Hebrew Israelites in Indiana late Friday, while several adults and children were inside. So, of course, they're going to throw that black in. No one's actually black. We're different shades of brown color. You know what I'm saying? There's no such thing as black people. That's not a nationality. Colors are not ethnicities. There's no such thing as white people. They're different shades of red. And everyone has a biblical nationality. And the so-called blacks that they're talking about are Hebrew Israelites from the tribe of Judah. Okay, so it says the driver copped to targeting. She copped to it, so she admitted to it. She admitted to targeting the building, which houses the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, because she was allegedly offended by a Hebrew Israelite symbol out front. Okay, yeah, I think they got that Star of David out there. Says, yes, I did it on purpose, allegedly said in the wake of her arrest. She recently described the building as an Israel school. Cops said, adding that the driver also made a reference to her people back in Palestine. And why the hell don't you should just go back there, man. Go into Palestine. Oh, yeah, here go the symbol right there. They do have that Star of David hook up. Okay, it says she repeatedly described the building as an Israel school, cops said. Okay, all right. It says the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, however, is a sect of the Black Hebrew Israelites. Of course, like I said, they're going to keep on adding that black in there, according to the Anti-Defamation League, of course, And that's actually anti-Shemitic in itself, by them calling the brothers black, man. But of course, it's the Anti-Defamation League. Imagine the Anti-Defamation League being that hypocritical. Because no one's black, man. Okay, anyway, I guess it's a picture of her car. Damn, was that she drove a damn Tesla in that one? What was she driving? The Jewish Federation of Greater Indianapolis said Safe Indiana, a Jewish community security program, is working with cops to probe the incident. Oh, yeah? And that's something. So, see, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. Anything that they can use as anti-Semitic, even though this was done against some so-called black men, which would be basically so-called Negroes. See, they're going to still push it and basically make it, as if it's happening to the people that's over in Israel. The you know who I'm talking about. See, they're going to take everything that they can. Because what they're basically saying is, okay, even though it's some Negroes, pretty much, she thought it was us. You see what I'm saying? So it says the Jewish Federation of Greater Indianapolis and Safe Indiana, a Jewish community security program. See, they have their own security program. It's working with cops to probe the incident. Why don't the so-called blacks have their own community program? See, you so-called blacks, they're never going to allow you to have your own policing your own neighborhoods, according to your own laws, statutes, and commandments. They're never going to allow that, man. You got to go by these are the only people on the planet that can have their own police force, so to speak, man. You know, within the U.S., outside of the traditional U.S. police officers. It says, although a Jewish facility was not targeted, see, they know full well this is not a Jewish facility, solely due to ironic misidentification. How do you know it was ironic misidentification? See, they threw them couple of things off in there, you know, because, you know, you did have a situation out there in Chicago, you know, with the WFI camp, you know, with the Palestinians. So you know, so they're gonna give you the information that they want you to have anyway. It says this is yet another reminder to maintain security protocols, remain vigilant of suspicious activity, to report promptly to the appropriate authorities. And how are you the appropriate authorities? You know, with your security, you know what I'm saying? They have their own Jewish community security program that's helping the police to investigate this. Come on, bro. Okay, they called her a terrorist and said she was arrested on preliminary charge of criminal recklessness. She will make an initial court appearance on Wednesday. Okay. Well, first off, let's get this one scripture since I quoted it. Yeah, you brothers and sisters, man, be careful out here, man. Because we're living in the days and times where, of course, you know, they're definitely going to try and plug in the Hebrew Israelites to the best of their ability to You know, they're definitely going to do that. What's that? Ephesians 5, Salakia. No, that's not what I wanted, Salakia. 2 Corinthians 2 and 11 is what I was quoting earlier there. And it reads, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. See, we're not ignorant of the fact that, okay, he's going to use all different types of shit to basically point the finger. And, you know, he's going to, you know, make it seem as if he's the victim at every turn. Every single turn. They didn't, you know, why didn't they interview some of these brothers, man? You know what I'm saying? That from it's their school. Didn't they say that there was people in there with children? Why aren't they putting the Hebrew Israelites on camera and letting those brothers speak? You know, why aren't you hearing an interview from those brothers? Because any other time, that's what the news would do, right? So they're purposely keeping these brothers out of the news, and they're spinning the narrative as if, you know, well, we know it wasn't one of our facilities, but it had to have been a target towards us. You see? So you have to keep in mind how Esau gets down, man. He's a cunning hunter, you know, and we understand his get down. And like I said again, he's going to spin and twist anything that he can possibly spin or twist towards, you know, them being able to do what they're doing over there in that land. Because matter of fact, I think Joe Biden just it's a lot. I think Joe Biden just what was it, 350 million in weapons going towards Israel for this, you know, this is just initially, you know, this is not, you know, this is not going to stop. They're going to continue getting money. They're going to continue getting money. They're going to all that Ukraine didn't get, Israel gonna get the rest. They like, hold on, y'all giving Ukraine too much money. They like, money is being given out for war. Oh no, we'll take that. We'll take that. You're not even hearing about Ukraine right now. Russia over there hammering Ukraine. So it is what it is, man. Again, 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. See, we're not ignorant of, he owns the media. We know that he'll use that media to push his propaganda at every turn. We do know that. You have to realize that. You have to keep that in mind. Because, matter of fact, let me, Salakia, bear with me here for a second. Let's do a search real quick. Salakia, let's do a search real quick, because I just seen something earlier that I wanted to touch on as well. Trying to see if I can word something in here. Israel shuts down the internet in Gaza. So you're coming down to a whole new era. They actually called it a a new type of warfare. And really it is, because now they can go off in there, do what they want to these people, and no one's reporting on it but them. So they're giving you their side of the story, and you're not hearing no other side. They don't want you to hear no other side. You got to go with what they're saying is right. See? And that's not cool. So we'll see. That was some other shit that just, let's see if something pops up. I seen it earlier. Yeah, they had, okay, yep, it was 3 hours ago when they done this one. This is in Wire. Internet blackouts in Gaza are a new weapon in the Israel-Hamas war. See that? So what are they eventually going to do? It's the same thing, because you know who runs YouTube. It's the same people. So they're able to say, all right, had an offense in our community guidelines. We don't like what you were saying. Such and such. We had to take your video down, and we gave you a strike. You're not going to be able to do this, and this for a week. You're not going to be able to post. You're not going to be able to do anything. You know what I'm saying? So they're in control of what can be said and what can't be said, because it's all coming down to a war of words, because they've been losing the information war. You see? So this right here, I was going to do a lesson on it, which, if you how about Shimi Awashai I would touch on it. But it says Israel has said it's prepared to disrupt internet service in Gaza, signaling a new age of warfare. In the past 2 weeks, the Palestinian territory has already suffered 3 communication shutdowns. So, only information that you're getting is what is what America is giving you, and of course, all these networks here, news networks here, they're owned by these particular people right here. So you're only going to get one side of the story. Now, in the meanwhile, if you're watching some alternative news, you catch a couple of glimpses of some babies being brought out of buildings, covered in blood, covered in dust and dirt, smut, and all that other stuff like that. And you'll get some images of stuff like that. But I mean, this man is in control of every single piece of information that people are getting. That's the reason why you can go into these comment boards. Let me see, because I didn't even go off into it. But you can go into these comment boards, and what you're going to see is it's all it's either anti-Semitic. Everything is going towards Israel, though. You can clearly see the people are up in arms against this. Even it's all kinds of countries, man, that's speaking out on what they're doing. But guess what? In the media, and I think a lot of these people on here, they gotta be of that particular nationality of people over there, because a lot of this stuff, man, hey, they don't give a shit about them babies being bombed over there. They just like, but they get what they deserve. Okay, this person says the amount of anti-Semitism that's erupting in the U.S. and across the world is deafening. See? So no one, they're not mentioning that these were so-called black men in this building. I feel like another genocide is coming. Shit is getting way out of hand. This person says too many Middle Easterners have gone to other countries, including the U.S. This person says, I'm not opposed to Middle Easterners being in the U.S. As a soldier, took the oath to protect my country from threats, foreign and domestic. Not all Middle Easterners are bad, but the ones going to the extremes to show support for Palestine gives them all a bad name. Well, you trying to say that all Palestinians are not bad, but the people that are, saying the same thing that you're saying are bad people? I mean, it's stupid as hell. He clearly said that, not all of them are bad, but the ones that showing support for Palestine, though, they're bad. So what do you mean? I mean, come on, bro. And then somebody gave him I agree 100%. Anyway, this person says this is the second one in less than a week in different states. One man, 20 years old in Houston, Texas, and now this 34-year-old woman in Indianapolis. How many more unhinged terrorists among us? See? And you just never know who's back here in the backdrop typing this shit. This is and see, their name is Illegal Roundup. See, you just never know who's in the backdrop typing, and it could be a bunch of small hats, It says this one says, don't forget the little boy killed in Chicago. His mother severely injured by their landlord for being Muslim. So see, they're not talking about that no more. They mentioned that for about a week. They had the little boy's funeral. The so-called white man stabbed that little boy, that I think almost 30 times. They had a little press conference. It's on to the next. They like, get that shit off the news. We don't want to hear about it. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue on showing that, Israel is the victim, right? But anyway, we don't even have to go any further. I'm not going to even read no more of them. But let me grab one more scripture. And it's just pretty much, like a PSA, man. Public service announcement. We have to be circumspect and watch ourselves out here, man, because it's coming to a point where they're about to come with that famine of the word. And anybody that's speaking up against these people, you're going to be considered to be, basically a horror movie. You know what I'm talking about. You're going to be considered a horror. Ephesians 5:15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. So see, we have to walk circumspectly. We have to watch. The scripture says to watch and pray. Pray without ceasing. Pray that we're accounted worthy enough to make it through all the things that are to come to pass, and accounted worthy enough to stand before the Son of Man that is coming. So hey, continue on praying, man, because it's getting very, very close to us getting the hell out of here. For real. For real, for real. See, these people don't understand that they're playing the part perfectly. They think that they're actually doing their will, but what they don't know is, let me get one more. They don't understand that it's the Lord, man, that's in control of all this stuff. Proverbs 21:1, it says, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord Yahweh. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So it's Yahweh that's got this guy Benjamin Netanyahu saying, no, there won't be a ceasefire. It's the Lord that's got these other nations, these the president of Turkey, all these different nations that's standing up and saying, hey, look, what you're doing is wrong. What you're doing is genocide. So it's all leading to a path of judgment, man, that's coming to the planet, man, for all of them. All these goddamn heathens. Because neither one of them belong in the land, man. So I just wanted to touch on this for a hot sec. Pray that the lesson was edifying. With that, Kwame Shalom.